Are you thinking of selling your books at a convention, but aren't sure if it's worth the investment? Watch this video to learn the pros and cons of attending conventions to sell your books, so you can decide whether it's right for you. Hi, I'm David Peterson. Welcome back to Believe in Your Story, where I share some of the writing challenges I've faced and how I've dealt with them. While we writers all have a passion to write, there's a business side to self-publishing. It's not always easy finding an audience for your book, and marketing your books can be expensive, so it's important to make informed decisions. I've been to over 25 conventions, and I wish I had known these facts before getting started. There are many types of conventions, and they don't always fit neatly into one category. This is how I like to break them down. Pop culture conventions, like Comic-Cons, are the biggest. They cater to all of the fandoms, from comic books and anime to fantasy and horror. Somewhere between 150 to 250,000 fans attend San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con every year. Genre conventions like science fiction and fantasy cons are hometown events typically attended by 500 or more. These are a lot more personal and can be fun if you participate. Literary conventions are often about writing and not selling books. These cons are resources for learning the trade and networking. I've spent most of my time at science fiction and fantasy conventions and have attended a handful of Comic-Cons. One thing all cons have in common: they're expensive. You don't go to conventions to make money selling books. I wince every time an author tells me, "I covered the table fee." Yeah, the Artist Alley table at a large pop culture convention isn't terribly expensive, but a booth goes for more than $1,000. The tables at smaller cons are cheaper, like around $50, but often require that you purchase a membership for $65. Let's say you sell 100 books at the pop culture convention for $1,500. $1,500 sounds pretty good until you consider the cost of the table, $600 to print the books, $100 for food, $1 million for gas, hotel, and there are hidden costs like business cards, flyers, and extra badge for someone to watch the table while you pee, buying your neighbor's awful book because you feel bad for them. Oh, and don't forget that lightsaber that you really needed. It's possible to make money, but plan on going alone, sleeping in your car, and having water for dinner. Competition. Okay, maybe it's not that bad, but you will compete for attention with other authors, artists, and vendors. It's difficult to make your booth stand out. It's even harder if you're introverted or shy. I've seen loads of authors who sit at their table and stare at their phone throughout the entire convention. They usually don't sell many books. You may think that going to a Comic-Con is a great way to reach 100,000 potential readers. Unfortunately, only a fraction of them are going to stop by your table or booth. The rest are there for autographs, cosplay, comic books, or a specific genre that has nothing to do with what you write. If you're not selling Pokemon, Captain America shields, or movie posters, they'll walk right on by. There are other methods of promotion that are more effective and efficient at targeting your audience, like writing blog posts or articles about your book, submitting your book to reviewers, building your online presence through social media and forums and YouTube. You may be asking yourself, if cons are so expensive and there are better ways to promote my book, then why bother? Visibility. I always considered cons to be more about marketing than sales, though I have to admit, even if you don't turn a profit, it's inspiring when somebody buys your book and is excited to read it. That's why we write. One of the reasons. Attending conventions can be a great way to build visibility for your work by setting up a booth, speaking on panels. You can reach people in a way that is uniquely personal. Whether you're a seasoned author or just starting out, conventions can be a valuable tool for promoting your work and connecting with other authors. I only went to a few cons this year. Parkinson's makes it hard to be in sales mode all day, so I stopped being a vendor and went as a guest. I was a guest at SoonerCon in Oklahoma City, and Met an author friend, Dennis Young, for drinks at the hotel bar at the end of the day. It didn't take long before other authors began joining us. We discussed writing, publishing, cons, and more. I found a happy place somewhere between rum, commiserating, and encouragement, and I left the convention feeling rejuvenated because they understood. Conventions can provide a great opportunity for you to connect with other like-minded individuals. You're sure to come away with some valuable insights and new friends, including authors and readers. Like I said, cons are about marketing. Sales are nice, but that's not the only reason you're there. You're looking for readers who love your books and come back for more. The great thing about conventions is they're filled with people who love the same thing that you do. That makes it easier to connect with them in a way that's impossible on the internet. I've gotten to enjoy some inspiring moments, like readers telling me that I was the reason they came to the con just so they could pick up a sequel of one of my books. A teacher picked up a copy of my fantasy book about bullying, Claude Makes a Friend. She talked her school district into purchasing copies, and it became a part of their curriculum. I actually get to visit with her students every year to discuss the book, writing, and reading. It's pretty great. Best of all, some readers I've met at cons have become friends, and their support and encouragement is invaluable, and these experiences are inspiring. There's no way to measure inspiration in dollars, and none of that would have happened without conventions. So, for me, I'm glad I've gone. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you make an informed decision about attending cons. If I didn't cover everything, leave a question in the comments below. Now, go write your book and believe in your story.